So what's up, guys, and welcome to Ívar's Fly Workshop. Today we are tying a version of the Frances fly in a tube version, which we could also call it like my friend called it, like the poor man's Frances. But you have to prepare the tube, as we do, burn it a little bit on the edge and put a needle in it to secure it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as well. Then we'll place a bead that fits to the tube. You just have to find those beads. Those beads I'm using are actually old 3.3 mil. If you recall it, Cabela's. But you can use any kind of golden or a silver bead, just what your preference is on the bead color on this fly. And we will start by wrapping the thread here, attaching that to the body of the tube, and we won't go much further back than this, so we'll trim off the thread right here. This version of the Frances was tied like in 1987, 6 or 7 by a friend of mine, Mr. Jón Sigurðsson. This is his version, and he is like a little bit ahead of his time, back in 86. And for the stems or the antennas, we use rooster stems, brown or white, 4 or 5 of them, and make sure that they are long enough for the fly. But as I said, this is a fly from 86, I think it was, when Jón Sigurðsson, my mentor and teacher, he was guiding in Laxá in Kjós here in Iceland. He was a guide there for a few years, and he came up with this idea. That was like at the very first time when the beads in fly tying were relatively new at that time here in Iceland. So he decided to try this out, to place a bead on a tube, on a plastic tube, and do it like that. Do it in the way we did. So it sinks differently than a brass tube. It sinks on the front first, so it's like a little different ideology. So we can use a brown rooster for the tail of the fly. We'll trim those off, so it looks like this shrimpy thing. We tie this one actually in red, just because it's I think the most popular color of the Frances we use in Iceland. And for the body, we are using a DMC yarn, red, and I'm using 2 strands of it. And this is like a slim kind of version of the Frances, I will tell. Yeah, this is an really ancient thread we are using. I just grabbed it around here, but it's a Superg's antique, absolutely antique. It's a 6/0 thread. We'll use it just this one time because it fitted the color of the body material so well, and I found it after many years. Got it from a friend of mine. So we'll secure this part of the fly down, and what we are not doing, like in this particular fly, is we are not going to do the carrot-shaped body of the fly. So it's like the tapered body of the fly. We are not doing that in this one. It's like a slim version of the Frances. So for the Hackle, we are using a brown rooster feather, and to attach that down, we'll zoom in here, and we cut the feather like this. So we create like a little brush on it. As you see, we already done that, and that way it is way easier to catch it with your thread and control it. And then we'll get our Hackle pliers here. Those are new ones I have. It's a Dr. Slick one, I think. I like them. I use different types of them. Depends on what kind of job you're doing. Then we'll wiggle the thread here to catch the end of it, and we create just like this very simple hackle on the fly. Get the feather a little bit forward to secure it completely, secure it down, trim away the end of it. And as I said, this fly, this version of it, like this slim version, is definitely it is by Jón Sigurðsson. For the rib of it, we are using this time a Lagartun small oval tinsel in gold, and we'll just do the rib of the fly in front of the hackle, not behind. And I like it better that way, and that's how Jón did it. So we are going to follow his instructions on that. And then we are going to use a single strand of DMC yarn, just one stripe of it. We'll secure this down here, trim the tag end off, and then form the body. It's gonna be slightly tapered, but it's not gonna be anywhere near what you used to see when you tie a Frances. I have Frances videos on this on the channel, both black and red Frances, and this is a little bit different than that. So you see that the body is kind of like a slim, same width all the way. And Jón told me to do that. He said that it's gonna fish just as well as the other one, and he said the key thing, the game changer on this fly would be the bead. To have it weight just on the front like this, so it sinks differently, it sinks rapidly, it creates like he said, like a jig movement in the water because it has weight on the front. And I have fished salmon. I'm in general not a salmon fisher, even though I've done it, but due to high prices on salmon license here in Iceland, I'm a trout angler, 92%. I go fishing salmon maybe one time a year, but I'm fishing trout most of the season. And this fly has caught me a lot of salmon, especially when it's like new run salmon in the river. We'll create the head here, try to keep it not too big, make the whip finishing job, and trim off the end. For the final touch of the fly, we are going to use the Solaris Bone Cure. You can use any kind of varnish you like, but I like the Solaris Bone Cure a lot. And we'll just smear that on and then sap it with our light. This version of the Frances you can of course tie in black or red or pink or whatever colors, even olive green I heard from Norway. So it's ready here. The poor man's slim bead Frances by Jón Sigurðsson. Bullet Frances, like he called it. It's like a bullet on the head. So I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching. Welcome back to the screen after the summer. It's going to be the first video of this season. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned.